3, 2, 1.
Okay, we are clear. Ready to go live in 5, 4. Cue the talent. 3. Hey, louder. I said cue the talent. 2 and 1. Attention hobbyists, sports fans, and collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the Mojo Break Studios, it's Dan and Doug. Check it out. Come on! So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going down, everybody? It's time for episode number 62 of The Hype. It is a great time in our hobby. We've got all sports rocking right now, all 4 major sports. We've got a lot of new releases coming up, and it's just a great time. We've got a special. I want to tell you guys a special we got going on. We're going to start the show this way. Prism Football is coming out in about 14 days, and we're doing a special pre-sale, $40 underneath anybody else's price. So for you early birds, we did this with Chrome, and a lot of you guys took advantage of it. So for right now, we're only probably going to pre-sell 1 case. We'll see, maybe 2 if demand is there, but $40 less than any major online retailer. So what happened there?
I just dropped the mic.
Oh, okay. Well, that was weird. Well, did it not work, or what were you doing? I guess it's kind of hard to drop a mic that's on a stand.
I dropped it.
You're like,
I dropped it.
Yeah,
Successfully.
So, yeah, check that out, Prism Football, and it's going to be hot. I mean, with this rookie class, with these 5 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks, I mean, with all these, also you got Traquan Smith, you got DJ Moore, all these guys are playing well. Ridley, so check it out.
$40 cheaper than other online retailers.
Yep.
Just saying.
So,
saying.
You know, that demand, supply and demand we don't see is there yet, so we want to offer you guys that buy in early a great price, not go down from a high price like some of the other online retailers do. But we also got 18 Chrome we're going to talk about and review now that we've done 1.5 million cases. We're also going to have a segment called No Troll Left Behind where we're going to go through social media and look at some of the trolling that's going on and give our thoughts on that. Immaculate Basketball's 1 week away as well, which is such a pivotal release in this hobby, so we're going to talk about that. I got some opinions on Lonzo Ball, and then we're going to have a Q&A. So if you guys have questions for us, get those ready. So get it ready for the Q&A, and we'll answer as best as we can. Get creative as possible with some of those questions. Dan, what's going down at Rams, dude? 5-0? What the hell?
Just going out there making plays.
Pigs fly.
Plays. Raiders win?
No.
Niners win? It's a great time to be in the Bay Area. Be a Bay Area football fan. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. It's a good time to be in Southern California. Be a football
with
fan.
the Chargers as well?
Chargers and Rams.
Chargers, big team in SoCal there.
Winners.
Well, we'll see. What do you guys? Who you guys are playing this week? You guys playing the
beating the Broncos
this
week, and then we fly back, go up north a little bit, Santa Clara, where we take on the mighty 49ers and Nick Mullins.
You giving me the points on the bet though, right?
I
need a lot of points.
I mean, it's got to be 22 points.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be
so
rough.
That game was going to be so good, and the NFL was like, man, we're really excited about this. So it's going to be a Sunday night game. It's the only Sunday night game that I remember in recent history, just this early in the season, getting scrapped and moved back to 125. So way to go, Niners. I was looking forward to making it a whole day of football. There's a London game at like 6:30 in the morning. I was going to watch the 10 o'clock games and the 1 o'clock game. And
this is next week, by the way.
Yeah, cruise over to Great America. Go to the Red Zone Rally, have a couple sodas, eat a little food, but now it's ruined.
Well, I'm going to Vegas for my anniversary with my wife, and I'm flying back at 10, thinking I have plenty of time to go tailgate by 1 at the game. Now the game starts at 1, so there goes my tailgating. Thank you, 49ers.
Yeah,
Thank you for sucking and ruining my experience.
So it'll
only me.
Pretty good chance that Nick Mullins and Sean Mannion will be playing in that game. because the Rams are going to be up by, I don't know, 7 or 8 touchdowns. So they'll bring in Sean Mannion. And Nick Mullins maybe announced like the starter at that point.
Oh, I got a little teaser, by the way, for this show. Sean Mannion makes an appearance on this show. Not physically, but in a topic.
Oh, you
So,
get me excited.
You know, it's like cliffhanger. You know, this is where we should go right into commercials, but we don't have any sponsors.
I thought we were going to have a guest on.
You know, Sean Mannion. Yeah, he's right here. Welcome, Sean. So, coming up, he's part of the No Troll Left Behind segment, so you can use your imagination on that. But we'll jump right into 2018 Bowman Chrome now. It's been almost 2 weeks since it's been out. A lot of cases have been ripped. We've probably done about 50 or 60. So I just wanted to do like an overall review and thoughts on some of the players. I'll start with let's start with C-Rad, since he didn't have a whole lot of expectations going into it. What did you think about Chrome and how it broke, and what you've seen in the chat with how people's reaction were?
You know, I've only been doing Bowman Chrome, obviously, here. This is going to be the second year with you guys. Before that, when I was breaking on my own, I didn't really do too much Bowman Chrome. It seems like this year, more of these prospects are hyped up already. And is that due to just, you know, the hobby growing? Is it due to baseball being, you know, becoming even more popular, or more people prospecting? What would you guys say that is? Because I've definitely noticed that a lot more people are getting into some Bowman Chrome action.
I think the answer we're going to have is, I'm going to answer this one because I think it's going to be the same answer. So I think it's people prospecting on how well Bowman Chrome has done the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. There's always been some rookies where this is their first Bowman. This is the one you want to collect. So people are all speculating that a handful of these players are the ones that we're gonna collect. So this stuff is gonna skyrocket in maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, when some of these players start coming up the pipeline and making their major league debuts. So I think it's all speculation on the last 3 or 4 previous years of Bowman Chrome.
Well, what I wanted to add, too, is I think we've seen some obtainable goals and achievements from prior years of guys. You see what Trout, I think with a big pivotal moment for this year, and even a little bit of last year's Bowman prospects, was Trout Superfractor selling for $400,000. That was a pivotal moment in this hobby, that there could be something that you can pull that can sell for $500,000. Plus, you have Soto and Vladimir Guerrero's low-numbered parallels that are selling in the $10,000 to $20,000 range. So people are trying to get on the ground floor of the next one of those guys. Now, we know that's really hard to do, and there's only like 5 to 10 guys every probably 20 years that ever become Trout, Bryant, stuff like that. And Bryant, I don't know, he had kind of a down season, so we don't even know. But everybody's trying to get on the ground floor of that. So what you have is you have this supply and demand situation where you have like Estevan Florial, as we're showing on the screen here, an orange shimmer sold for $1,200. Well, the guy's still probably years away from playing, but hey, if that was Trout, that would be an orange shimmer of Trout. That'd probably be $100,000, right? So, you know, so that's what people are thinking. So it creates that demand to get on the ground floor early, or, you know, you got team collectors that want the next guy too. So I think every year we're just gaining momentum. We're just going, it's a snowball going down the hill, and I think there's just more people jumping on this Bowman Chrome train. So,
word. It's not Windex. It's the same thing I drink every week.
Kind of does look like that's a really good analogy.
Yeah,
it does look like he's drinking Windex.
Maybe it is. It's
because he's got a filthy mouth. Oh,
whoa!
Clean it up. No, but I had some early prices here after some auctions ended, and it looks like, and I like to look at auction data because buy it nows can be a little bit askewed. So you had Florial's base that sold for 114, Key Boom's going for around 52. So some of the big first Bowmans that are coming out already are these gentlemen. Luis Garcia is 63. So like I said, a lot of these guys are trying to get in early on these cats, have a big game, sell, make some money. But Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft, and Bowman is like we had in the Bowman Chrome segment. And if you hadn't tuned in, we did a whole history of Bowman Chrome. So if this is the first time you guys are listening, listen to episode 60 where we did the entire history of Bowman Chrome, and we'll kind of can see how things unfolded over the years and what people have kind of decided to collect and how it started. But so people are getting in on the ground floor of these guys trying to build rainbows. I wanted to talk about the fact that I don't know anybody that's pulled an Ohtani redemption. So Shohei Ohtani is a rookie redemption. So it's not a first Bowman, but it's still obviously one of the valuable guys and one of the guys that have drove this year's products. So Shohei Ohtani, we haven't pulled one. I talked to Rich over at Leighton. Unless he's pulled one in the last week, he's done a lot of cases. He hasn't pulled one. So, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I know you had your Dan had his opinion. Should he be easier to hit than this? I mean, it seems like there should be more of him in there.
I'm going to tell you. I mean, let's take the base autos out of the equation because we don't know how many base autos he has in this. He obviously is short printed more so than other guys, but he still has all the parallels. You can see one right there. That's numbered to 150. Still has the gold, has the orange shimmer, has the orange. He has everything in here. There's all the colors. Why have we not pulled them?
Exactly.
Is it because they're... I mean, we've talked about this before. Is there a section of the print run that was sent to a distributor or somebody who deals direct?
Like one pallet had a lot of
them?
them?
One pallet, for whatever reason, one pallet has a lot of the redemptions, if not all of them. And there's... I mean, who knows? I have no idea. I mean, this stuff, as far as I know, it's completely sold out. Distributors do have it, but Topps isn't holding on to it anymore. So you can't have the argument where, oh well, Topps knows where the Ohtanis are, so they're not releasing them out into the market. That's not it. This stuff is Topps has none of it left over.
Right.
It's all gone.
But, you know, and you know, obviously we could just be missing him, and it could just be an anomaly. But we went through, if you guys watched this last year, the big redemption was Bellinger. And we didn't pull any Bellinger in probably about the same amount of cases. So I have a couple thought process here I'd like to share, and this is just my opinion. It's not fact or anything. But Ohtani could have been a late insertion, because Bowman Chrome is made fairly well in advance. It could have been, you know, ready to almost go, and then, we got to put Ohtani in there, right? So they kind of maybe put him in late, and maybe they didn't get spread around a lot. My other thought process is, what if there actually isn't 150 blue refractors? Who's to say they only had him sign 10 blue refractors? There's no way of knowing that. There's no way of absolutely knowing that. So they could have. You say that there's the green shimmer, there's the blah, you know, there's the blah blah blah, there's all these colors. And they may be represented, but what if they only had him sign 10 of each one? They only had him sign 10 greens. They only had him sign 10 purples. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. And like I said, it's allegedly.
Is that legal?
I don't know. Is it legal what they're doing now? I mean, if it is, then it is, right? I mean, the fact that they're not completely transparent on, like back in the day, Upper Deck and even Topps back in the day used to put odds on players. There'd be tier 1 players, and I just did a big 120 box football break on Saturday. I think it was like 1999 finest or whatever I did, and it had Group A Michael Strahan. He was the top rookie, so he was harder to hit than say Group B, Group C, Group D. They don't do that anymore. So for the average collector, we're just thinking he's just as easy to hit as everybody else, but he's not, obviously, because we have the data to prove that. So,
I have no idea. I don't know. You know what I would love? I would love the data of all the cases we've done.
Yeah.
And if we had time, it would be amazing if we can go through and
find out how many guys hit more.
Log every single auto we pulled to see who we've pulled the most of.
That'd be awesome.
Because that would basically tell you, one, it would tell you what players are cheaper. Because obviously you're going to get more of the cheaper players that Topps pays, $3 an auto, as opposed to Ohtani, who they're probably paying now, $75, maybe $100 an auto, maybe $150. Who knows?
As far as I know, Posey, the 2018 Chrome Superfractor has not been pulled, unless you're referring to the 2018 Bowman Superfractor that's been pulled. So it's two different cards. And actually, I have it in the other slide. So if you see this blue refractor, which is technically his second Bowman Chrome, so it's about half the price of the real Bowman Chrome. Granted, this one's graded. So the 2018 Bowman Chrome. So this is a whole other set than what we're talking about. So I know this is very confusing to a lot of people that maybe are new. But 2018 Bowman doesn't have Chrome attached to it, had the first Ohtani in it. And then this is Bowman Chrome, which is like the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. So it's like this, but it's the second Bowman auto of his. So it's kind of second fiddle in a sense. So it looks like it went about half.
I have a quick question about this Ohtani. I know that's the first one, right? And the first ones are always worth the most. But if he remains like a hitter,
yeah.
Does that come into play at all for the future?
Wait,
value?
this is a guy that we don't know. We've never dealt with a player like this where he does.
But say he becomes a hitter only.
No, I get that. A guy would the pitching be worth more because it's
That's
limited?
a good question. I mean, because
would you want the one where he's hitting because he is a hitter and he's not a pitcher? Would you want both?
It's kind of a cool strategy by Topps on how they did it. So, well, the other one's good. Then that seems like the redemption from Bowman Chrome's a good buy then, because it's half the price. We know he's going to hit at least. We don't know if he's going to pitch again, right? So that's something to think about. And even though this one was the first one, it doesn't say first Bowman on it.
I would be surprised if he actually. I could confidently say that he is not going to pitch next year.
Not next year, but ever.
But maybe the following year, but not next year. Next year he will probably be just a straight DH.
And you got to think that he's not going to probably play every game. He's going to be like a once or twice a week guy.
I think if he can hit and it's not going to affect his rehab, I think the only reason why he wasn't playing every day as a DH was because they had to worry about him pitching. I don't think if they have to worry about him pitching, I think he'll be a DH every day. If you're the Angels organization, do you want Ohtani every day as a DH, or do you want Albert Pujols?
As long as he stays healthy. I mean, they don't have a whole lot invested in him, but you would think. To me, I mean, obviously, I don't train for baseball, but I do play softball, and I know I go out there and I have 6 at bats. My arms are sore.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying. You can't say that it's not affecting your arm a little bit.
He's putting meat in the seats.
Well, yeah,
and not only at his home stadium, but when they travel. It's better for baseball. It's better for the road teams. Everybody wins. Everybody makes more money when Shohei Ohtani plays.
Yeah, until he sucks for a good period of time and everybody forgets about him.
I think he's one of those players that he's young enough that he'll play for 10 years.
And VGLN says, man, if Ohtani ends up being chronically injured during his career, a lot of people are going to get burned on their investment. Yeah, I mean, that's the game that we play, basically, in a sense. No pun intended.
That's anything.
You could say that there's every single football season. There's people who get burned on their investments.
Yeah, I mean, how many guys? Ryan Leaf, Marcus Russell.
Let's go to 2014. How many people were investing in Johnny Manziel?
Right.
I mean, there was people spending a lot of money on Johnny Manziel. There's a lot of people spending a lot of money on Trent Richardson.
Yep. It's every year, every
sport. Or you go and you say along the same lines, granted he didn't hit, but Daisuke. When Daisuke came out in 2007, I mean, it was huge.
How about Jabba Chamberlain?
Well, I'm saying international player.
But Jabba Chamberlain,
he was huge.
There was people spending tons of money on him as well.
So yeah, that's an interesting. I love that thought process here, C-Rad, about is the hitter one going to be more valuable or is the pitcher one going to be more valuable? Neither of them say first Bowman, and I think that's because his mega box card says first Bowman on it. So that's why the auto doesn't say first Bowman, and he never had a first Bowman prospect auto because he basically he was never really a prospect.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what when the smoke clears, which one is the one to have. So, and then I wanted to comment on Shawnee had a point that says how many people have to invest more than they can afford to and not see return they need before the Bowman prospect game starts to sour. And he said, does that hill have a bottom? Back to what we said about 5-10 minutes ago. I don't know. I think there's always going to be people. I just can't. Bowman seems like if we have a problem with Bowman and it going up, then I think the whole hobby's in trouble because I think it's one of those staples. It's like water for the hobby. I mean, Bowman is, people collect Bowman all across the hobby, I think, for the most part. I mean, maybe some guys that do basketball don't collect baseball, but I think it almost is like Bowman is almost like the backbone of our hobby. So I think if we have trouble with prospects going up and down or we lose money coming into this hobby, I think we have a bigger problem than that, would be my opinion. But,
in 9 years, we have never seen Bowman go down on price.
Bowman Chrome.
No.
Regular Bowman.
Regular Bowman.
Yeah, regular Bowman.
Flagship Bowman. I've never seen it go down.
Yeah. And that's because it comes out in, April, May?
It's
right at the beginning of the year.
It's actually a perfect time for that type of release. They couldn't. I mean, Bowman Chrome, again, it comes out pretty much when the season is pretty much all said and done. You know if your team's going to make the playoffs. Granted, this is more of a prospect release, so it's not like you're going to be getting somebody. One of the few guys you could have gotten here is like Acuna, and maybe he could have done something in the playoffs. Then you have that card that can go up relatively quick. But for the most part, all these players that you're getting, you're holding on for the investment. It's the long haul on these guys.
Yeah, it is. There's always one like flashy guy like you had in 2010, Strasburg Mania. A lot of us got back into it around that time. He came out and he threw 14 Ks in his first game. So Topps rushed and got him in on a paper auto, and then all of a sudden Bowman was hyped up. So there's always that time to get that one main guy in there. And then they're probably going to have either like a Joey Bart type or a Soto rookie card, or for sure they're probably going to have Soto rookie card in 2019. But they could have a Vlad rookie auto too, and then you've got all those first rounders that they're going to probably hold one of them out, whether it be a Joey Bart or a Casey Mize for 2019. It's going to drive that product. Before we move on from Chrome, I wanted to ask you guys, all of us that have broke it here, which guy have you seen, off the top of your head, which guy have you seen the most of coming out of our cases?
There's a lot of them. Jake Ring.
Okay.
Been a lot of Jake Ring.
Jake Ring. C-Rad, who do you remember seeing the most of auto-wise?
I mean, Jake Ring, I haven't actually got too many of him, but for me, on my cases, I've gotten a lot of man. I gotta say, if I can't really recall, I was saying they're doing a pretty good job as far as like mixing the cheap guys and the more pricey guys. But I don't know, somebody like that Pirates guy, Lolo Sanchez, I've hit him a lot.
Okay. I actually haven't hit a whole lot of limit. See, maybe we're all experiencing different types of cases. I mean, for me, it's Matias Dietz, I think, from the Orioles. It seemed like
I haven't really been getting him either.
Me either.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you know who I have been getting? I already know the answer. Jonathan Loaiziga, Yankees redemption.
Yeah.
I get him in every case.
Yeah, and he's more glaring to remember. I get you there because you're like, could it be Ohtani finally? Could it be? Damn it! So Loaiziga again. Shit. So, those blue redemptions are memorable. Poor Greg Allen, we've just rubbed his name in the dirt. We've rubbed his name in the dirt every time. J.D. Davis too, because you see that chrome rookie, and you're like, we're finally gonna hit the Ohtani, and it's like, J.D. Davis, Greg Allen. I feel bad for the person in our breaks that has those teams. It's like, man, I finally hit an auto, and you're just like all disappointed in my auto. So, but who are you guys seeing a lot of in the chat? Oaks from KC. Jaron Kendall? Really? I haven't seen much Jaron Kendall.
Nicky Lopez.
Nicky Lopez for the Royals. Yeah, he's in here a lot. I do have to say Oaks is coming out. KC seems to do well. Or
all the Marlin guys.
Yeah,
dude.
Brian
Holy
Hernandez.
Smokes.
Yeah.
All the Marlin guys.
Or who's that guy that has a terrible Darwinzon Hernandez from the from the Boston Red Sox.
It's funny because I think I have pulled at least 30 Jake Rings.
That's crazy. I get him maybe once every
I remember
few
him.
cases.
And he has a terrible looking auto.
It's always to the right.
Yeah,
it's
he like barely gets it on the card. Yeah, I don't. Man.
So we're gonna move on to no trolls left behind.
Sheldon Noisy.
I just perused Twitter today and Instagram, and I was trying to get some funny stuff, card related, that just average people are commenting back to Panini or Topps. So always a good laugh. So it's a slow news week. So this one was on a Donovan Mitchell. Basically, when Donovan Mitchell signed his NT RPAs and a lot of his other cards, they posted a picture. So this guy commented on their Instagram. Panini America, since you've already ruined the card market with a constant flow of new overpriced products and brands, could you at a minimum kindly ask a player to sign a legible autograph? Hitting your short-term budgets with poor quality and oversaturating with too many brands is going to have a significantly negative impact on your long-term prospects. I perfectly understand you still have pressure from stakeholders, but as a private company, you should be looking beyond quarter-to-quarter results to satisfy the street. It would be nice if you all tried to focus on preserving the hobby for long term, but I'm assuming that will never be a goal. That guy just tried to look smart. He's like, I know everything about business. Let me run your company. I work at Pizza Hut, but
that guy laid it down. He laid it down. It was I hope you have more than this one.
That's it. No.
That's it. Because he's trolling. But I have seen worse.
Yeah, that was like he felt real smart after that though.
Yeah,
he was like, oh man, I laid it down. He's like, get me in that boardroom. I'll tell him what to do.
But I mean, you have these kids sit down and they're doing these autos. You gonna tell Donovan Mitchell, hey man, like, can you do better? Like after he's already signed like probably 30 or 40 of them.
He's probably gonna make them worse.
So if you have him do them over again, or have him do the next ones really like nice, people are gonna accuse him of not signing them. Why is there two different type of autos on here? What'd you guys do? Oh, I bet his girlfriend signed these.
Let's face it. Panini is the fat 400-pound guy dating a hot chick in this situation. Donovan Mitchell's the hot chick. Panini's the 400-pound guy that has to overcompensate. Donovan Mitchell comes in the room, and they're like, do you need something to eat? Do you need a pen? Do you need a better couch? Do you need... You're not going to leave yet, right? You're not going to leave yet. You're not going to leave yet, right? You're not going to leave yet. We need you to sign these autos. Oh, that's okay, man. Yeah, you can shorthand it. That's fine. Go ahead, man. We got to get you to sign like 100 more. Is that okay? Is that okay? We do 100 more now? Is that 100 more? Oh, please. I'm really, really sorry. Is your hand okay? Can we give you a massage? I mean, that's what I would think. Because
do you need
basically what I'm trying to say is
another couch?
You need to lay down? You need a foot rub? Let's get Tracy Hackler in here to massage your head while you're signing these autographs. No, seriously, I mean, and that would be anybody in this card industry, is that these athletes don't need Panini. So they have to wine and dine these guys. Do you think the last thing they're going to say is, dude, your auto sucks on here? He's going to be like, cool, that's the last time I'm signing for you guys. Peace.
I will say, I could almost guarantee you that the person who wrote this, that is not their card. They did not get a redemption that was signed. It's never... The person who got that card is probably super stoked that it is now... signed live and in their hand. They're not going to be like, you know what? Send this back. I can't put this in my PC.
Right.
It's not worthy.
No. And I get it. I get the point of view about making autos more legible, but like I said, we are such a small niche that Donovan Mitchell's getting paid by Nike or whoever 100 times the amount that Panini's giving him. There's probably even more of a players association thing that he's already getting money in it, so it's just an obligation he has to do.
He has to do it. That's why you see them sign through their rookie year. You will not see a lot of Donovan Mitchell and Lonzo Balls in 18-19 product. You're going to see they'll be short printed. They'll be short printed in every product. There'll be maybe a couple stickers left over in certain products, so they'll be numbered to 10 or 15. You're not going to see a lot of products where they're going to be readily available. They have a contract for their rookie season, and then they renegotiate. And a lot of times for Panini, it doesn't make sense to renegotiate that contract because these players are going to want $200 an auto,
right? And there's
$300 an auto. There's no point.
There's no point. I mean, they're going to pay the Kobe's, they're going to pay the Durants, but they're not going to pay the maybe the CJ McCollums or some of the lower level guys that want $100 an auto. It doesn't make sense to have them in there. That's why you don't see like Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett probably either doesn't want to sign or he wants like $500 an auto. They finally ponied up for Barkley just because they felt like they needed to, but Barkley's probably charging them $400 or $500 an auto, or he came down a little bit on his price.
I mean, honestly, these RPAs are not – the autograph is not going to really devalue the card.
Yeah.
These are still going to be ridiculous amount. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I know everybody wants the auto to look really, really nice. But that is a National Treasures RPA. It doesn't matter what the auto looks like.
And I get what you guys are saying in the chat. I agree. His recent signature does look terrible. I pointed it out when I saw this too.
I understand that, but is that going to affect the value of the card?
No, not at all. Visually, yes.
Visually, yes. But I'm talking from a monetary standpoint. Is it going to affect the value of the card?
No. But this is a product. If you look in his early hoops, if you look at hoops autos or contenders, there was a contender sticker auto. You can see he actually spelled it out completely. So he started shorthanding, but this is just a product of having too much product.
But I'll tell you this: you sit down with Donovan Mitchell, and he has probably signed 40 or 50,000 autos in the calendar year.
So he's going to get it done.
And this is the last time he probably has to sit down to sign the rest of the stuff that's going to be coming out. Are you going to tell him, "Hey, man, can you do a better job?" At that point. This is a guy who's getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
He may basically stand up and be like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it anymore. You saw it with Julio Jones. He basically stopped signing for a long time. He refused to sign for anybody. And he stopped doing that in his rookie contract. And you didn't see any of the redemptions being fulfilled for years from Julio Jones until he got a new agent.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because his agent probably had some other deals that were pending that deal with the Players Association.
Yeah.
Now, Ziggy had a point saying that they should educate the athletes about the value of the auto and opportunity to build their brand. I see the point there. They should, but I don't know if you're, picture yourself at 22 with $10 million. Are you ever going to, maybe when they're older, when Donovan Mitchell's older, when he's retired, he's probably going to sign his auto.
His goal is to finish out these cards as fast as he possibly can. He isn't enjoying this. This is not something that he is enjoying anymore. Now, at the rookie photo shoot and maybe the event after that, probably having a pretty good time. He's like, this is fun. He's like, and honestly, he probably gets to hang out with the other players that he got drafted by. This session is probably either done at the Jazz facility or somewhere else where it's just him by himself and some guy with a box full of cards.
Well, here's also a point of view that I just thought of. You got to think that some of these guys, let's just say, I'm going to throw out a number. I don't know how much Donovan Mitchell get paid. Let's just say he got paid $25 an auto, right? So he goes to he's at the rookie premiere, right? Photo shoot. He's signing a bunch of these autos, and he's contractually obligated for the whole year probably there to sign NT and Impeccable and stuff like that. Who's to say somebody in his camp doesn't go on eBay and be like, dude, your cards are selling for like $2,500?
Yeah.
So now he's just like, the man is taking all the money here. How could you not look at it that way if you're an athlete, right? You're like, I'm getting paid, and they don't know the process that these come out of boxes that have watered down other guys in there, and it's hard to hit him. He's thinking, for the most part, that maybe Panini took his $100 auto that they paid him, or $25, whatever they're paying him, and they sold it for $1,000. So why can't he get more money? Like, how is there not a way for them to not, see that as a possibility?
It absolutely happens.
And how do you explain that to them?
And I don't know how you do. And also, a lot of these guys probably do independent signing events, maybe at like a fan fest or something like that.
And they're getting like $200 or $300.
And they're doing autograph signings, and they're getting like $200 to $300. So they're like, I know I'm dealing with the Players Association here and a manufacturer, but why am I getting paid X amount of dollars for this event, but I'm getting paid this much more for another event? It gets to a point where, I mean, he's got to be happy that he's going through and finishing up his contract. He could literally be like, you know what? I don't have time to do these right now, and just push it off. And in 3 to 4 years, we still have Mitchell redemptions.
Right. And that's why we have Khalil Mack redemptions. I mean, obviously Khalil Mack didn't want to sign for the franchise tag. So do you think he's going to sign those Panini cards that he has outstanding? Probably not, because he's probably getting paid $10 an auto or whatever. But, to kind of move on here to the next troll. And, it actually wasn't too bad on the interwebs today. I was really trying to find some troll jobs. It's gotten a little bit more milder, or Panini's deleting them. So this is a picture when Tom Brady came back and he started signing again for Panini, which he hadn't signed for like a couple years. And 5280 Memorabilia on Instagram said, next, will you stop with pure sticker auto producers and player used everything? So
there's no player used anything on that card, and it's an on-card auto.
Right. I don't know why it went on this post. It went on this post because I think he was saying, great, we got Tom Brady. Now we need to stop with pure sticker auto producers, which, what does that mean? Does that mean there's like somebody behind the scenes producing sticker autos? Is it like a director of stickers? I don't know what he means by that. But to educate everybody, for football, it's going to be player-used jerseys. It just has to be. It's going to be player-used jerseys for the rookies. And now they've ran out a lot of their Legends game-worn stuff. So most of the stuff you're going to see in football is going to be player-worn. It's just it sucks, but there's only 16 games in a season. And try to acquire these jerseys that are game-used. They have those military days and stuff like that. Those are all given away to charity. A lot of these players keep these jerseys. Or, like you see on the field, Richard Sherman just gave his jersey to somebody on the Cardinals. And he got a Cardinals jersey in return. There's a lot of jersey swapping going on. So there are only 16 jerseys throughout the year, and that's if the player doesn't get hurt. So Panini can't keep producing jersey cards if they don't have jerseys, supply and demand.
I like how he spelled everything.
Everything with extra V's. So the next one is showing Alonzo Ball encased auto. And the guy said, and these are graded. So this was his point. So the cards are graded. They're encased. They're encased in the pack, right? So they come graded out of the pack. So his point was, I love when cards in this product, which have touched no one's hands other than yours, get graded 8 and 8.5. Maybe a little more time concentrating on quality control, a little less time pumping out new, different sets. Just a thought. So how did Lonzo Ball sign that?
Really be thinking they're hella smart when they post this stuff.
So how did Lonzo Ball sign that if he didn't touch it?
His eyes. He just looked at it. He just looked at it. That's how good he is. That's how good Lonzo Ball is, that he could look at a card and just by sheer power of him looking at it, an autograph just magically appears.
It's amazing.
I mean,
Lonzo Ball.
he's that good. And there's a process. There's not only the cards needed to get transported to Lonzo Ball
Right.
for him to do the signing session, but then they get packed up, and then they have to get transported back
These cards go through a lot of
to
hands,
a facility. So it's funny that he says it doesn't go through anybody's hands, because it goes through
It goes through a lot of hands.
a lot of hands.
I think his point, if I'm trying to read between the dumbness, is that it wasn't pack pulled and set to be graded. So there was one last step that wasn't there. But you got to understand, yeah, Lonzo touched it. Who knows if his wife touched it or his personal assistant touched it.
I like how he says gets graded 8 or an 8.5, and he's commenting on a card that's a 9.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up.
Well, there was several pictures on that post, and actually this was the only one that was a 9. All the other ones were 9.5, so I don't even know what he was talking about. But you can pull 8 and 8.5s out of encased. But what would the point be if every card was a 9.5? What would be the point of grading it then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. That's what the element of encased is. I was kind of against encased when it came out. I thought that, grading should be an art that you do yourself. But, it adds an extra element of chase, because maybe you pull a number to 10 Lonzo that's a 9, and then somebody else pulls a 9.5 Lonzo. Well, then there's different values there, so it gives that extra element of value. So this next one, I got a few more. And I'm going to this one says it was in response to the XR reward points card. So they released some reward point cards.
Hey, wait a second. We have a story about this.
Yeah, we we kind of got trolled.
Yeah.
We kind of were a troll. So the XR, they did all the vets from XR, and they numbered them to 25. They weren't in the set. It was reward points only. So this guy commented, pay over $200 box of Immaculate and get 150 points instead of an autograph. Now you're putting up shitty XR exclusive leftovers to 25 for people to spend their points on. Are you kidding me? An auto versus a card number to 25. The reward systems need to be fixed, and this is an absolute embarrassment to your company. I have over 15K rewards, and I can't find one thing I want. And by the way, it shouldn't be called Panini Rewards. It should be called Sean Mannion Rewards. And you can go to the next slide. So, boy, I would love that. Let's change that right now. Sean Mannion Rewards.
Wait,
Yes.
Well, but okay, so first off, you're talking about the future Hall of Famer Sean Mannion. You should be super stoked that you can get a Sean Mannion card on Panini Rewards.
You can sell it to Dan for a couple $100, dude. Just turn it right into cash.
I just bought one for $200. I just bought a Sean Mannion card for $200. That Superior Sports Cards.
Hit him up.
Guy's a dick.
Sean Mannion Rewards. I think we're the only people that feel that way. But I will admit the reward system does kind of suck. But what I would like to know is how many good cards are scoped or like basically sniped as soon as they go on there. Because you go on there and there's a bunch of crap. But same thing if you go in anywhere and something's in demand, everybody's going to get it day one. You're not going to be able to find Jordan 11 retros at your Foot Locker on day 10.
I mean,
because they got bought out the first day. So I don't know. I think there's always crap on there, but they could be getting taken right away. So I don't know.
But why, again, getting back to Mannion, why pick out Mannion when he's still in the league? There's probably guys on the reward site that are not even in the league anymore. Where's Garrett Grayson?
Yeah.
Where's that dude at?
I don't know.
I don't know if he has any cards on the reward site.
Well, according to you, I think Sean Mannion is going to win a Super Bowl this year, right?
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame Sean Mannion.
Hall of Fame Sean Mannion.
So, VGLN says, I got 2 on-card Lauri Markkanens in the reward store. Yeah, I think it's gone a lot of the times. So, and my last thing is not a troll, and this is a person that we've talked to in the past and good friends with Ty, and this is from the Bullpen, one of the best shops in Southern California. But if you're going to put a post of you sitting in a Bowman Chrome throne, you got to wear some shoes, man. You're just going to get trolled, man. I don't know if is it a SoCal thing? Do people just not wear shoes in Southern California? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Because it looks like he's in his shop. He doesn't have shoes on.
SoCal people are hella funny.
I know when
And people attacked him for not wearing shoes. So I was like, I saw it. I didn't even have to. I saw it. So Topps basically retweeted this post, which is a very creative Bowman Chrome throne, which is nice. There was some really bad comments on there too. So you can find it on Topps' Instagram or the Bullpen, which is, like I said, one of the top-notch shops. Got the great pricing. If you're ever in SoCal, go check them out. Good people. Mitch is awesome, but I don't understand the no shoes, man. So maybe we can have Mitch. We can find out why Mitch wasn't wearing shoes in this.
When I was working retail in Santa Cruz, I would have people come in on a regular basis without shoes on. Just to go. Well,
so the closer you are to the beach, the shoes are gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're close to the beach, and I don't know where they're located. Close to the beach, you lose the kicks, man. You lose the kicks.
Yeah, because I would, or you could, hey, crop. Hey, can you crop that on the phone? Take my feet out of the pose. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was in here and I was like, I need to air out my feet, and I need to take a photo without my shoes on, I'd be like, all right, let me review that photo. Oh, I gotta cut out my feet because you guys don't want to see my feet. You guys want to see the cards.
Maybe he's onto something though. Maybe we should be walking around our shop with no shoes on.
Well, we are talking about it, and we just promoted a show. So hey, maybe that was what it was. And he said Game of Thrones, so Game of Bowman Chrome. I'm not a big Game of Thrones person. Is that why? Is maybe motif was no shoes in Game of Thrones, so no shoes on the throne? I don't know. So, but anyways,
shoes,
I want to find
no
out.
dice.
I saw that when I was looking for trolls, and I was like, man, this is the ultimate troll pose. You're just going to bring all the trolls out of the woodwork. So, but I want to go ahead and move on to Immaculate. Comes out next week. Wow, that photo is blurry. I was doing that on my phone. I wonder if all these photos are going to be blurry. Oh, no, the other one's fine. Immaculate Basketball, pivotal NBA release. We've got a few more releases in the 17-18 season, and this is one of the top ones. You're getting logo mans, you're getting RPAs, acetates, shoe cards, ridiculousness, triple autos, quad autos, insane stuff. And unlike Shields and NFL, logo mans in basketball are only in a few sets. So this is one of the most coveted set, and the logo man card sells for more than any other jersey card in all of sports. So chase those logo mans. And we've got several breaks up of Immaculate. We're bringing back random groups, so you guys can check that out. It's a hybrid PYT. I'll let you guys figure that one out for yourself. And we have several pick your team styles of Immaculate, and that's dropping next Wednesday. But I wanted to talk about the first off the line. So the first off the line, sold out in minutes, $400 on Panini's website. And people are flipping them on eBay for $8.99. If you're not familiar with the first off the line, it's through Panini only. It comes out 2 days before release. You get it shipped to you. And this year's exclusive to the first off the line is a number to 5 base card. So no RPA or anything like that. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to have any legs. I mean, a number to 5 Tatum, Lonzo, D-Mitch.
I think it's a number to 5 green parallel or a number to 8 prime relic.
Oh, one of the two.
One of the two, I think.
Oh, so that's where they show that Nowitzki maybe?
Yeah, so I think the number to 8 is a prime relic. So just to give you a heads up.
Oh, it's one or the other, though.
It's one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how they made more boxes. So they made a crap ton of this probably because there's probably 100 base. There's probably 100 base cards, right?
It was sold out in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So who knows how much they made.
Yeah, I mean we'd have to see the checklist on the number to 8 cards, but number to 5 there's usually 100 base cards, right? See, Brad, is there 100 base cards normally?
Yes.
So that means there's 500 boxes there, and then I don't know how many number to 8 cards they made. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. It's always a product. We're going to probably be doing 10 to 20 cases day one, guys. And it's just got all those elements of chase. I know C-Red's excited. I mean,
always.
He loves that product. I love that product. Dan loves that product. It's universally loved here at MojoBreak.com. So get your teams or get in that random groups. And random groups is an exclusive style of break for MojoBreak.com. So instead of doing a random of 30 teams, you pick a group and you get a 1 in 8 chance. Or in basketball, we have 1 in 6 chance per group. So if you like the Lakers, you don't want to pay $500 for the Lakers at PYT. You can pay $109, and you got a 1 in 6 chance at them. So it makes it more interesting. You can buy 3 of those teams and still, you have a 50% chance of getting Lakers for half the cost of buying the Lakers. So it's a pretty cool way to do it. 5 different groups that we get random, and if you go to that listing on MojoBreak.com, there's a video of how the random works. So you can kind of, if it's not making sense by how I'm just describing it, you can watch the video there. So,
So yeah, you don't buy one spot and get all 5 teams.
right, and it's
Just to be clear.
very clearly marked in the listing as well.
Just to give you a heads up, that's always get a handful of emails that are like that when we do the random groups, but people usually get it after watching the video.
Yep, and get your guys' questions ready. Anything hobby related. Hey, even if you want to ask a personal question, hey, maybe I might entertain it. Get your questions ready. We're gonna have a quick Q&A at the end. My last topic is Lonzo Ball.
We got a little bit of first off the line.
I think we got one box, right?
I think one box.
One box of it.
Mixer.
Yep. Lakers Lonzo Ball's set to make his preseason debut tonight, so it looks like he's on track for the beginning of the season. So we'll see how he plays tonight. But what I thought was crazy was his recent Prism Silver prices. $127 on a 9.5.
Giving it away.
9.5 Prism Silver Lonzo Ball. That is super cheap. If you can find it at that price, I would buy it all day. I was buying it at $199.
It's numbered to
at the
5,000.
At the beginning of the offseason. But you compare that price, $127, to Mitchell and Tatum, and it's not even close. You can buy 4 of these. I mean, Tatum's at $500.
Actually, I think that's around Fultz's price. I think Fultz and Ball are about the same price.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a good you really can't lose much on it. My feeling is Lonzo and LeBron are going to be like best buds. I think they're going to be hanging out, I think they're going to make things happen in L.A. I'm predicting L.A. to be the second seed. I have a bold prediction. Second seed in the West. And I think that the other interesting dynamic here is you can't get LeBron cards. You really can't get much LeBron cards. And you have Kobe haters that aren't going to buy LeBron cards anyway. So who are the Kobe haters going to latch on to? Maybe Lonzo Ball. Don't know. He's got the most hype. I mean, you're not going to buy JaVale McGee cards. You're not going to buy Rajon Rondo cards. There's one clear guy. I mean, Kuzma, maybe, but he plays the same position as LeBron. So is he going to be on the floor that much?
I mean, I don't think they're going to be the second seed, but you got to look at LeBron and look at the team he had last year. Look at the team he had the year before.
Yeah.
Look at the cast of characters he has now to work with.
Yeah.
The Lakers are going to be good. I don't think they're going to be. It's in the West. I don't think they're going to be second seed good, but they're definitely They're going to be guaranteed. They are going to have a better record than the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. Not according to Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson came out and said the Cavaliers are the team to beat.
He said everybody got to still go through the Cavs in the East.
Yeah, he's like, did you see last year?
They will.
He's all the Raptors.
They will very easily
Go through them. Yeah. Remember the swinging gates. I'm like, did you?
Hey, the Cavs might not even make the playoffs, dude.
No,
No, they
might.
won't.
I don't think they. I think they will be the bottom 2 teams in the East.
Hey, LeBron did come out and call Lonzo, I think it was the other day, Young King. It's King
Ooh,
James
see?
X Young King.
He should be a
He
good
can't
marker
be
of talent.
he can't be calling all these players like all these nicknames. Like what's his nickname for
Fresh
Simmons?
Prince.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Little King, Young King. What's Rondo? Does Rondo have a nickname?
Lil OG.
Has been.
Has been.
Not a great shooter. I don't know. Can't shoot threes.
His shot has gotten better as he's gotten
And
older.
they said Lonzo's shot's gotten better too, so we'll see. I mean, the kid almost had 10 assists last year in his first year, and he's like 20. So Lonzo that price seems like a no-brainer. It may help that LeVar Ball runs his mouth and has put this cloud over his son that nobody maybe doesn't want his cards as much as they want Mitchell and Tatum's. But LeBron is going to be in LA for at least 3 or 4 years, probably, right? What did he sign a contract for?
3. I think.
4.
So. And it sucks for me to say this. I think KD's going to be there next year.
Oh yeah.
I think KD's going to be on the Lakers next year.
Yep.
So you're going to have KD, Braun. I mean, what Lonzo's he's going to be just passing everywhere. He's got all stars. It's going to be like the Warriors.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson in LA at some point.
There was an argument about Klay Thompson this morning that I was listening to that he gave props to LA and he said that city's electric, unlike like Oklahoma City. But they seem to think that Michael Thompson said Klay will end his career. He said he used to think about wanting to be the lead dog, but they said he will end his career in Golden State.
No, I think he will go. He's a Southern California kid. I think he'll end up on the Lakers with LeBron.
See, I don't think he wants to follow in his dad's footsteps. His dad was on the Lakers. I think he wants to do something different than his dad. So he may leave the Warriors, but I don't think he goes to the Lakers.
I think he goes to the Lakers.
China Clay's going to be on the Warriors forever. What y'all talking about?
Well, We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got a few minutes for questions, guys. We got Illusions football coming up next. Pick your team. Teams are on sale. And then after that, I think we got Flawless, right? Full case of Flawless. So Flawless Football Collegiate. We're doing a pick your team style. Lots of breaks today at mojobreak.com. But if you guys have any questions, this is the Q&A segment. We also have this. We're talking about basketball. We're talking about Lonzo. We're talking about Simmons. We got a nice 6-box random for $44.99. 3 boxes of 17-18 Spectra. 3 boxes of 16-17 Spectra. It's like 40-plus hits. $44.99. Crazy price. Good value. You can hit those guys that we were just talking about in that set. So that's coming up. And I think it was already halfway sold before we started the show. So it might be kind of getting – oh, shoot. So 6 left. So get in now before it's too late. And we have Impeccable tonight. I also put up Impeccable random groups for you on Thursday. So that'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Do you know when 18-19 Prism Basketball is going to release? Do you guys recall?
First week in November.
Was it November?
Yeah.
No.
Probably the mid-November, I would say.
Yeah, because
that seems too early.
No, because I've been checking release calendars, and it has not been. I don't even think we've had a solicitation yet for it.
I don't think so either.
So it may not actually release until
December
or January.
I can't remember when.
It always comes out before the end of the year, though.
Okay.
Always.
It's going to be extremely allocated.
Maybe we're not.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's going to be hard to get.
Maybe we're not seeing a solicitation because distributors and Panini are like, it doesn't really matter.
They don't have to put much effort into selling
it's not like, oh man, like we're gonna lose that window of opportunity to sell this product. That solicitation will be a 1-day solicitation and it'll be gone.
Colin Sexton Silvers, here I come.
Yeah, is that your dude?
Yep.
You gonna do Colin Sexton?
Yep.
Trey Young's prices on the Contenders draft seems low to me. A lot of his I think it's cracked ice we got for like $200, which I thought was kind of low.
We'll see if he can shoot like Steph. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll see who comes out of this class. I don't think it's going to be as good as the 17-18 class, but you just never
not even
know.
Close.
You just never know. But yeah, there was just too much hyped talent coming out of this year's class. And there's some guys that we got that were kind of on the back burner last year, like a John Collins that could step up there over in Atlanta. There's a lot of guys that didn't get any love in 17-18 class that will probably jump up and get some love. Did I hear DeJounte Murray got hurt?
Yeah.
For how long?
So. He was a 16-17 rookie. He's probably going to be out for the whole year.
Oh, jeez. That sucks. How many guys have averaged 10-plus assists over a 10-plus year career? Rondo is one. Never had a shot as a legit critique, but his handles and passing is still top tier. Yeah, I won't disagree there at all. But I got
actually. You were really hating on Rondo about 5 minutes ago.
Well, he's got a pretty brash attitude, and I understand. I feel like the Lakers got him. The Lakers got a bunch of mean guys to get up on the skinny Warrior. Nice guys, right? They try to, body him up. So you got Lance Stevenson, you got Rajon Rondo, Michael Beasley, all these hard-nosed type of guys.
And then the sole reason they got JaVale is because they want his knowledge on how the Warriors
I feel
operate.
like that too. Yeah, JaVale. But yeah, Rondo, on the Celtics, man, he was amazing.
Good luck.
I'm just a Lonzo guy now, so I want the past to move on. So that's why I'm saying.
Good luck, McGee, trying to guard Boogie.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
When Boogie comes back, it's gonna be over, dude.
As long as he's healthy, we'll see. Yeah, I think the Warriors still have a couple more years. But if Durant goes to the Lakers, though, we got something. We got something going. And there's gonna be some epic battles there.
Dude,
in the West.
We won before Durant. We could win after Durant.
But can you win with KD and LeBron on the same team? Granted, we don't know what LeBron is. Is he still gonna have some in the tank every year here? So I mean, he's got a lot of miles on those tires.
Until we look and go after a season. And we go, LeBron James is not the best player in the game. 100%. We can't say anything. Because every single year, we look at it, no matter how much everybody wants to say, no, he's not, he is. There's nobody better than LeBron James who's playing the game right now.
Yep. And to add to your Rondo, I do remember those 20-plus assists he had in New Orleans. So we'll see. I mean, he may play more than Lonzo if Lonzo doesn't have doesn't have a good beginning of the season, or they may use him to push. See, I thought they brought in Rondo to push Lonzo, to say you got competition, so you need to be on your game. The job isn't just yours. We didn't just get the king and then give you the castle. You know what I'm saying? You got to compete with somebody and prove yourself and get better. So, and his shot supposedly got better. So we'll see. I mean, I think Rondo's still going to play that 20 minutes off the bench. We'll see how Lonzo does. But Lonzo is one of the best passers I've seen in 1 year. Then first year having that ability on the court to find open guys, because a lot of people have to learn that later on. He naturally has that, so we'll see. What do you guys think of Fultz' line ends up at the end of the season? What do you think, C-Rad? What do you think Fultz' line?
I'm gonna go with like between 15 to 18 points a game.
Wow.
Maybe like 3-4 assists a game, and maybe like 1 or 2 rebounds.
So is Simmons still the point guard there, though? I mean, is he still going to run the point with Fultz out there at the same time?
Yeah.
I would hope.
From what I understand,
with Simmons and Embiid, I would hope that Fultz gets a lot more assists than one. I would hope.
So I said 3 to 4.
But Simmons is like
3 to 4, but still, like, dude, he should be getting at least 10 assists a game.
Ben Simmons.
No, because Ben Simmons is the point guard. He's a 7-foot point guard. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that guy runs the offense. So I don't know where Fultz is going to be.
They're going to need Fultz to score.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be the scorer.
He's going to have to be, trying to get open, basically, while Simmons is bringing down the ball. But dude, that could be a super scary team. I mean, everybody's crowning the Celtics as the number 1 seed. I don't know, man. I think the Sixers, if Embiid and Simmons stay healthy all year long, and then you have Fultz playing like a number 1 overall pick, wow. So it's going to be interesting to watch. I actually, my prediction is going to be the Sixers are going to be the number 1 seed in the East. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Kawhi and the funny laugh over there in Toronto, and Jason Tatum and all them. I mean, Jason Tatum is a superior talent, but I don't know that the pure athletic ability of Embiid and Simmons is just if they play the whole season, which they haven't yet, really. Then
that's the other thing.
I'm gonna go with Raptors for first seed.
Can those guys stay healthy, including Fultz?
Yeah.
Can the Sixers stay healthy? I think you're dead on. I think they are the number 1 seed in the East if they stay healthy. Yeah. And I don't think they will stay healthy.
And Philadelphia basketball has had quite a drought. I mean, Boston, you guys just had like the big 3, the original big 3 not too long ago, right? You had Garnett and all those cats over there and winning a title. Philadelphia, I mean, Allen Iverson against the world. I mean, that was the last time Philadelphia has had any real success at basketball, right? I mean, it's been a while. Philadelphia, and then you got Eagles just won a championship, so we'll see.
Dude, Raptors is gonna be number 1 seed.
And the Flyers have the greatest mascot in all of mascots with Gritty.
Don't discount the Wizards.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
Don't discount the Wizards.
No, we have to discount them because they don't sell in breaks.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Okay.
We got Illusions NFL, so we're still talking, even though we're supposed to be breaking some Illusions NFL, but I think we got some teams left. Let's see what's left, guys, and we'll jump into the case.
We may want to actually do that NT.
Yeah, we got that NT makeup that we're probably going to get back into.
7 teams left in Illusion.
7 teams left, and it looks like there's one of the big teams left, right? Is it the Jets or the Browns, maybe? I'm just seeing that there's a $89 team.
Giants.
Saquon Barkley has caught a touchdown from Odell Beckham this weekend. Come on. So, all right, guys. Well, that is pretty much it for the show. And thank you guys for joining in. You can find us on iTunes as well under Mojo Break. So all the live shows get uploaded to iTunes. And I believe we're going to be on the Breaker Culture podcast coming up. So that is, I think that's next week. We'll be on there. And so look forward to that. So that'll be a fun show. And we got breaks all day long, so check out the schedule at mojobreak.com. All of our breaks are scheduled, and all of our breaks are guaranteed. So some of you guys have dealt with other breakers where you give them your money, and they take a couple days to fill the break. Everything's filled the same day on our break site. And we do a variety of everything, low price points all the way up to those $120 football mixer like I did on Saturday, or me and Dan did on Saturday. So check that out at mojobreak.com, and we will see you guys next week on The Hype. Peace out.
Thanks for watching this episode. Visit mojobreak.com for more info and your break spot. And we will see you next time on